Hello, welcome to this update. So now we have Super Typhoon Yagi there, and Tropical Depression 13 still, but Yagi was a super typhoon for a brief moment tonight, but now it's back to violent typhoon there. So, and the current track has still as a violent typhoon, but making landfall in southern China as a very strong typhoon. So because yesterday it was more like forecasted to become a little bit stronger in China, so it has gone down a little bit, but still this will be a devastating storm there. So please be careful there, and we remember what I said yesterday. Have the preparations already done, because this is already very close, and if you need to evacuate, do it. Listen to local authorities, and do what you can to stay safe. So let's see. This is the current satellite imagery. It's a very powerful typhoon. You can see the eye there, practically a category 5. If it would be a hurricane, it would be like category 4 or 5. So here's the official track. It has going into southern China there, and into northern Vietnam later. So it will come a little bit weaker into northern Vietnam, but you still have some very big impacts. So let's see, the track models take it generally in that direction there, and let's see the current models for the strength, if they think anything. So this is the GFS. It takes it into, I think it's Shandong or something, and Hainan, but I don't remember the names of the provinces. And then as a 954, very strong typhoon, and then goes into Vietnam as a strong typhoon there. So please take this seriously in southern China, and be careful in Vietnam there. This will be a very devastating storm. Then the European has it there, very strong, and then it goes to China as a 953. So there'll be like a very strong, almost very strong typhoon, almost with some violent typhoon conditions possible in some areas. Then it goes into Vietnam, still a very strong typhoon with some deadly impacts possible there in terms of flooding, wind, and storm surge. So let's see, and here's the icon. It has it there. It goes to southern China. So the icons is actually increasing the strength a little bit, or keeping the same strength, because now it's practically a super typhoon now still. So it might go down a little bit, so into like violent typhoon today, and like they show there, making it for a strong typhoon, but the icon has this still at the violent typhoon, making landfall, and then into northern Vietnam is a strong typhoon. So the most probable strength at landfall is a very strong typhoon, like they show it here, but there might be some violent typhoon conditions in some areas, so please stay safe. This is the Canadian. It takes it generally there as well as a typhoon, strong typhoon. Then it goes into southern China and Vietnam, but the Canadian's still a little bit north there. Let's see if this hurricane model is updated. So it shows there. So now it's like this. It's like 920 millibars now. It's like super typhoon, and then it goes there, weakens a little bit to a violent, very strong typhoon at landfall, and then goes there, and the HRF is a little bit north. It doesn't have a direct strike on Vietnam. It has more stay in China, but even if this happens, if the core of the storm stays in China, there'll be a lot of heavy rain affecting the northern Vietnam. So let's see, there's another hurricane model here. It shows it very strong now, like 9.6 to 9.20 millibars, and then it weakens a little bit before landfall, but this model still has it a little bit stronger than the official track has. And then there's some very strong to violent typhoon conditions in those areas, storm surge, some very dangerous coastal flooding expected, flooding because of the heavy rain, flash and urban flooding, and lots of wind damage can occur because of the strong wind. So please stay safe in those areas. And then it has also going make landfall again in southern China there, around Hunan or something, but I don't remember that provinces very well. But even if this happens, there'll still be a lot of heavy rain in northern Vietnam, but some models are taking it more into China there. So we'll keep watching this. And here, let's see, there's also this page here shows the typhoon going very strong there. So this is the GFS. Let's see the rain accumulation from the GFS. Wait, or the European if it loads faster, because the GFS is taking some time. So here, the European. So I'll put this until Saturday. So this millimeters, it has more than 300, almost 400 millimeters there in parts of Hainan, southern China, and the white areas are more than 100. So more than 100, 200 millimeters through southern Shandong into Hunan, and northern Vietnam could have almost 300 millimeters there, 200 to 300 millimeters, not northern Vietnam. And then it keeps going, and the remnants bring more heavy rain to Myanmar later, and northern Laos. So northern Laos and Myanmar, gotta watch for this, because it might drop more than 200 millimeters of rain parts of central Myanmar later, like by Sunday into Monday. So gotta watch this. And also a lot of heavy rain, more than 200 millimeters in southern Myanmar because of the monsoon. Be careful there. And still close to southern Thailand and Cambodia, some heavier downpours, western Cambodia. So be careful more. Tropical showers and storms throughout Laos and other parts of Cambodia and southern Vietnam. So just be aware of showers and storms. And in the Philippines too, northern Philippines still shows a lot of heavy rain, more than 100 millimeters. And the south shows some more showers and storms passing by. Some areas could be heavier. And let's see. Also in Indonesia shows Western Guinea a lot, more than 100 millimeters, some areas. Papua New Guinea more than 200 millimeters, still some areas there. Near Lae, and shows throughout Borneo and other parts of Indonesia, more rain and showers and storms during the day. And in Malaysia, Brunei too. But there, like near Sumatra, shows almost to 90, 100 millimeters in some islands near Sumatra there. So be aware. And might have more rainstorms throughout Thailand and other parts of Myanmar. And in the Andaman Nicobar Islands, be aware there as well. Let's see here for India. So today might have some more storms there. It's already late there, but until Friday shows more storms western India, some in eastern India, Nepal, Bhutan, northeastern India, more scattered showers and storms in the mountains there. And then until Sunday, the rain there in Myanmar because of the remnants of Yagi. And more throughout India, a lot of accumulation there of showers and storms, so be aware. And through western India, some more heavier showers. And southwestern Sri Lanka, so be aware. Northern Pakistan might have more rain, and some snow in Tibet, more rain in some areas. Even Bangladesh and northeastern India show some spots like 60 to 70 millimeters until Monday, parts of Bangladesh and northeastern India, so be aware too. A little bit of rain in Yemen, northern Somalia a little bit, and southern Pakistan a tiny hint of rain. So let's see here what the GFS thinks. So that was the European. The GFS also has more storms to central India, Nepal, more in Bangladesh, northeastern India, in western India there in Sri Lanka, and then it has a lot in Myanmar. Let's see, southern central Myanmar along the coast especially, so might be some flooding, be careful. And with the typhoon, it has more than 400 millimeters northern Vietnam, 200 to 100 millimeters most of southeastern China. Let's see, 100 millimeters even Hong Kong. Let's see, northern Hainan, 200, more than 200 millimeters. Sorry about that. Here, 300 millimeters in some areas, so please be careful there. And northern Philippines, it still has a lot of moisture there lingering around, so might be some flooding in some spots too. Northwestern Philippines, so even the islands, so be aware there. So some showers and storms might pass from time to time in parts of Vietnam, southern islands of Japan too, some systems central northern China, so be aware there. And now the waves from this system still shows like very big surf all along southeastern China, some larger waves, and then where this makes landfall 6 to 7 meters. Let's see, but once it hits these land masses, the waves will decrease, but still shows like 3 meters there, so be careful. The European has a similar thing, some areas near the coast by Friday, 6 to 7 meters, and then near Vietnam later, about like 6 meters to 5 meters. So be careful there. And the wind gusts, this can vary depending on the model, but the European has northern Hainan more than 140 km/h wind gusts, 133, 198 along the coast, 100 km/h gusts, even 68 km/h gusts in Hong Kong. Let's see, 77, 80, and then it keeps going there. Some southernmost areas of Shandong could get all the way to 163 km/h gusts, so please be careful, might be a lot of wind damage in those areas. And then later into Vietnam, still some provinces of southern China will have some very strong winds by Saturday. And then northern Vietnam, especially the areas right on the coast, a lot of very damaging wind gusts, and 140, 130 km/h gusts, so be careful there. And then later a few strong winds might be left in southern China, northern Laos by Sunday from this system, so please be careful there. The official track has near landfall 205 km/h sustained winds, so the gusts, it only shows like on the models 140 km/h gusts, but if the sustained winds will be like around 105 or something. There might be some occasional gusts of close to 200 km/h if the sustained winds are at that strength. So please be mindful of this. And the GFS shows a similar thing, lots of strong winds all through southeastern China there. And then as this makes landfall, it has a belt of stronger winds, close to 155 km/h further north, and further south there's some very strong winds in Haikou as well, so please stay safe there. And then it goes down the rest of southern China and Vietnam, still some very strong winds, so stay safe there. And the icon is stronger than all the models, so it still has into southern China like more than almost 200 km/h gusts as it passes there, but the icon is very strong. Let's see, 170 km/h gusts, and then it goes there to Vietnam, still close to 181 km/h gusts, so please stay safe there. This will be a serious storm with a lot of flooding, storm surge, and gusty and damaging winds there. So stay safe, and let's just see something here. Next 5 days, this is the icon. It shows a similar thing there to the euro, more than 300 millimeters through southern China, Vietnam 300, southern China 200 millimeters. So this will cause a lot of flooding. Please stay safe, even through northern Laos might be some spots of flooding as the remnants pass by there, and Myanmar as well as the remnants go towards there later. Some more heavier storms to central Laos, parts of Thailand and other areas. And in Japan, might have some more rain central Japan there the next 5 days, but the rest, except for the islands, might have more storms there. The rest is kind of quiet, and northern Japan might have more rain too. So yeah, be aware and stay safe there.